Hey folks, Ru here. Just wanted to let you know that this episode of Ruel's Running Podcast is sponsored by Health IQ, an insurance company that helps health-conscious people get a special life insurance rates. I don't know why I said especial, but Health IQ can save customers up to 33% because physically active people have a 56% lower risk of heart disease, 20% lower risk of cancer, and 58% lower risk of diabetes compared to people who are inactive. So, what does that mean? It means later on in the show, I'll tell you a little bit more, but just feel rest assured that Health IQ uses science and data to secure lower rates on life insurance for health-conscious people like yourself. You know, you, the runner, the cyclist, the strength trainer, you know, the acrobat, the gymnast, somebody who's just active and, takes care of themselves. You know, they want to take that data into consideration so that you can maximize your life insurance buying capabilities. That's the way I'm going to put it, and I'm sticking to it. And remember, to see if you qualify, get your free quote today at healthiq.com/RUEL. That's healthiq.com/RUEL, or mention the promo code RUEL. That's RUEL when you talk to a Health IQ agent. On with the show.
Podcasting from somewhere in the San Francisco Bay Area, the birthplace of Bruce Lee, the iPhone, and the bendy straw. This is Ruel's Running Podcast, a podcast about running, health, family, play, and an NSNG lifestyle. And now, here's your host, Ruel.
There was a dream a million miles away. There was fire in
Amazon.com. You know, I won't be surprised if more and more stuff that I shop for, buy, and get shipped to my home comes from Amazon. It's just a reality, right? And if this is your reality, go to ruelsrunning.com, click through to the Amazon banner to get to Amazon. Why am I asking you to do so? Well, it is a no-cost-to-you way. If you like listening to Ruel's Running Podcast, it is a way that you can help the show out without spending more than you've already spent while shopping at the good folks at Amazon.com. So help us out. Go to ruelsrunning.com, click through to the Amazon.com site, and shop, connect, and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to Ruel's Running Podcast. Bleep. I'm your host, Ruel Abadam. What's going on? This is, I don't say it that often, but this is Ruel's Running Podcast, the podcast about running, health, family, and all other things that seem to strike my interest at any given moment. What started out as a podcast to sort of demonstrate, sort of be my own example, what it's like to be a regular Joe, living a no sugar, no grains lifestyle, pursuing a level of running and seeing what can come out of it. And over the years, I think, some decent health has come of it, and I'm happy about that. Decent amount of running has come out of it. There's still a lot more to look forward to. I don't expect to be in greater health. I'm thankful for what I do have, and I do actually intend to pursue a level of running that would be detrimental to my health, but at the same time it would be a testament to how healthy I've become and how fit I can become in this body of mine, and to be able to put it out on the line doing things like running for hours, as I do once in a while. So the podcast had evolved from that to like, you know what, I don't run every day. I don't have an event to participate in every day. and you can only be interesting. You can only be so interesting or not so interesting talking about what you eat that is not sugar or grains, and until you realize you can stand to have a good level of health and eat things that are just as boring as, I ate an avocado today, I ate a strip of bacon today, I had coffee today with heavy cream today. You know, you can definitely thrive eating a small selection of healthful foods, and it's never exciting. But you know what is exciting? Is knowing that I'm not freaking hungry every so often throughout the day and I need some stupid snack. You know what's exciting? That I can wear a belt over my jeans, not because I need a belt, but because my jeans are just kind of sagging in that kind of way that you realize, yeah, you know, you can't use the dryer as shrinking my jeans excuse. As a matter of fact, the dryer is making my jeans expand excuse. That kind of thing, you know? So, besides, wearing a belt is cool because it just means you have a weapon handy. FYI. So, you know what else is awesome is knowing that I probably increased my chances of sticking around longer to be with my family and not have to put them through the stress of, you know, well, daddy's bound to have a heart attack. He better take it easy and not do that running thing he does because he might get a heart attack. You know, I do that running thing. I'll hike up that hill and I'll bomb down that hill and I'll get beaten up pretty bad, but I'll still have a smile on my face getting it done without a concern that, you know, I might be giving myself a heart attack. Don't use age as an excuse as much as possible, but my gray hairs popping out of my nostrils will say something else about it. Yeah. Not sure where this is going. I guess where it's going is, you know, this podcast is where you don't want to be if you feel like you're going to learn anything important. But this podcast can stand to be a place where you can go in case you just need something else to listen to other than the radio, other than, you know, the other podcasts that are very much experts in their thing. So with that, I just want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to the Band of Misfits, which make up the massive community in the Vinnie Tortorich No Sugar No Grains Facebook group, which is a private group. You can search for a closed group, which we've dubbed the Lobby, aka not the main group. So it's a place you can sort of step into, and you can ask the friendly neighborhood admins in that particular group to give you in the private group. Why so many steps to get in a private group? Well, the original group, which is now the main group or the private group, does not have the feature that allows the admins to vet out who wants in the group by asking a sort of qualifying questions. And the qualifying questions, which you may have seen on certain Facebook groups, usually the smaller ones and the newer ones, will say, you know, give you like the opportunity to answer 3 questions before you are considered into the group. And this lobby group allows the admins, which I'm a quarter of the admins for the Vinnie groups, to you know, it allows us to ask some questions to figure out whether or not you're human. Not to say aliens are not allowed. We don't discriminate if you're an alien from Krypton or if you're a human from this Earth or another human from an alter Earth. You know how it goes. So it allows to figure out that that person seems real, and then let you in. Well, or if you make a request and you don't answer any of those questions, then good luck getting in because you're just going to get declined. Anyways, shout out to the group, the groups. The main group is almost 21,000 in members. Obviously, not everyone is active. There's probably a massive crowd of stalkers and not trolls, but stalkers just wanting to learn quietly and get the benefits of the group. And there are a few active folks in the group who you see pretty regularly and who are in the mix. I used to be in the mix kind of regularly when the group was smaller, but now the group is larger and there's other people in the mix, which is great because, there's more help, and more help is good. I don't have to, or Lonnie doesn't have to, or Mark Thompson doesn't have to, we don't, or Rebecca Paulson doesn't have to hop on and answer questions like, is corn a grain, is quinoa a grain or a seed? What about bananas? And is an apple okay? That kind of stuff. And so, for the most part, people get it, and they help each other out. At the same time, the group is so massive that, there's a bunch of snarky people and people who are pretty blunt, and there's also a crop of hypersensitive people who don't care for the humor, the gross humor, the pornographic humor. Not pornographic, that's just not proper. I mean, since when is food that's made to look like genitals ever pornographic, right? It's just food. Food comes in different shapes and sizes, and sometimes animal genitals are considered food, depending on your culture, region, and where you come from and your taste, right? Anyway, shout out to all those folks. Dealing with the occasional crybaby and drama and pissy people is a small price to pay for the great benefit of the lifestyle and what it's done for me personally, and I know for a lot of others out there, health-wise and and weight-wise. So that's a shout-out for that. I do want to take this opportunity to transition into a wonderful conversation that I had with a friend, Lonnie Beecham, who's an admin in the group as well. He also runs Restore It Restoration out of Jefferson City, Missouri. And, so we get to talking about things in the group. We get to talking about things in his world. And I think it's an interesting conversation and worth hearing if you are already a follower of the NSNG Lifestyle Facebook groups. And if you already know who Lonnie is, you'll probably get a kick out of this conversation as well. And so enjoy, folks. Hey. Oh gosh, I'm good. Let's see. Let me see if I can switch the.
By coming in hot, I was talking loud. I was excited to talk to you, buddy.
I'm just trying to flip the audio into my mic, my headphones, but we should be fine. How you doing?
Are you recording from your truck or the train or a run or a hike or?
No, I'm recording. I'm recording at the home. I've got a sick 4-year-old, and I'm kind of recovering as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
It does.
But every parent will admit they kind of like it when their young kids are sick because then they get way more cuddly and they want to sit in your lap and just want you to hold them. That's the only time you get to hold them anymore. Even my 14-year-old, she'll curl up in my lap, just want to be held when she don't feel real well.
Yeah, you're not lying. Like last night. My daughter got up several times because she was kind of heating up. Got some sort of fever, so she wanted a glass of water, a sip of water, or just needed to be sort of comforted because she wasn't feeling so good. There was one point in the evening where she was warm and her heart was kind of racing and her breathing was kind of racing, got me kind of worried. And
yeah,
no parent likes to witness that, but at the same time you're sort of forced into that state where you're that person that they need to be next to feel a level of comfort. So yeah.
What's up in your world? By the way, I did get your email. I hadn't opened it, but I expected it. So as soon as I open it, I guess I can pay you.
Thank you. I
guess
it's I don't know, man. It's never a dull moment, I guess. And it's not with just activity with work and kids in school. And, now it's the time of the year where we're dealing with, taxes and stuff.
Yeah, tell me about it. In fact, I need to call my accountant because I don't know when my appointment is.
Yeah, get your appointment. But it always kind of puts me in a weird mood tax time.
Oh, it pisses me off.
And we are recording, by the way.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, we're just
pissing off a bad word?
Oh, it's the worst. How dare you? What's going on in your world? I saw your pics. What was that? Was that a raccoon or a squirrel caught in some wall?
That was that was a very interesting and very unique and semi-profitable job that's going to be even more profitable in another week or two. It started out as a raccoon getting up into a finished basement of a house and doing their business and living there for the winter. And raccoons have they're good about going to the bathroom in the same spot all the time. So it started out as raccoon piss causing so much damage that it collapsed the ceiling. And upon further investigation, it turns out it was actually a water leak on an ice maker line that caused the wet ceiling that the raccoon fell into, and it went into this these people's closet and climbed back up and got out of there. And then I found their bathroom source, and we thought the smell was gone, and well, it just never went away. And each day it was getting stronger and stronger. And it was like, no, this is a dead animal. And we couldn't find it. I cut holes in their ceiling like Swiss cheese trying to find this dead animal. And then lo and behold, I went out into their crawl space, looked back in towards their finished area, and I found a fur sticking out of this wall cavity from the crawl space. So I went back inside, cut it open, and it turned out it was a possum. Wasn't even a dead raccoon. It was a dead possum. Oh. That was just bonus. They all stink the same. So
the call starts with the call starts with something stinks, and I think it's a dead animal. Can you please investigate?
Pretty much. Pretty much. This is actually a lead from I get my leads from an animal control guy that deals with living animals, trapping them out of houses and attics and basements and stuff. And so I got the lead from him, and then just investigating. Like I said, initially it looked like it was raccoon piss, but turns out no, it was water damage that really was causing the problem. Well, the raccoons weren't nice. And animal feces, no matter what species it is, their feces and urine always has like a whole list of Latin terms that's communicable, and like this raccoon shit has some ringworm in it that can actually cause blindness. I don't know if all ringworm can cause blindness, but this particular strain does. and I don't know, Guardia or Giardia. I don't know how to say it. And then there's some other terms. I don't know what they are. It just tells me I suit up and put a face mask on and I go to work. So,
Nice.
so now they're pushing work on me. I'm trying to push it away, and they're saying, no, I want you to do it. I want you to do it. They want us to go do some framing and insulation removal and replacement in a crawl space. And I don't really want to do it, but for a stupid amount of money, I guess I will. They'll pay me some stupid, crazy amount of money. The bad thing is, the biggest reason why I don't want to do it is the opening is only 16 inches by 24 inches. So all the plywood that's going to go in there has to be ripped down first before it can be even put into the crawl space.
Huh.
Which then leads to more time, and more time means more money. So, yeah, you know how it is.
That's
so I was
cool.
trying to tell them, like, well, they can, the hard science part's over. You can have any drywaller do this, and you can have any insulation guy do that. And like, no, we want you. I've never met anybody with such integrity and yada yada. I'm like, well, okay. Call me when you get back from Phoenix.
So
He's on their way to Rebecca's neighborhood right now.
Yeah, and the self-driving car that struck and killed a bicyclist, right? Heard about that one?
Is that where that was? I heard about that.
It's just somewhere in
I didn't
Arizona.
know where it was.
I think Tempe.
I don't know. If it's not Phoenix, I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, it's all over there. So the house with the dead possum, is that in Jefferson City where you're at?
No, it's in Columbia.
Columbia.
And yeah, I hear somebody coughing.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Mm-hmm. No, that's in Columbia, and this house is such a chopped up mess. Only an architect is this stupid to build a house like this. They got triangular corners, like for a closet. I'm like, how do you hang anything up in a closet that's a freaking triangle?
The Native American hippies. ask those guys.
This was an acute triangle too, so 90-degree angle.
Yeah,
it's weird. The whole house is on angles. And the ceilings go from 6.5 feet to 10 feet, and everything in between, 8 foot, 10 foot, down to 6, back up to 8, and then there's some areas that have 10. It's like, gee whiz. So once I was able to cut a hole big enough to get my head and shoulders up in the cavity, I can see forever. And there's a few raccoon turds kind of here and there.
It looked like,
and the guy works.
It looked like rodent poop on one of those pictures you sent.
No, from my understanding, that's like that's what a maggot looks like. That's full, like really close to hatching to turn into an actual fly.
Oh,
they're kind of like maggots are like fly babies, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they look like these little crawly worm things, and then they kind of do a cocoon type thing, like a butterfly, and then they turn, or like a caterpillar, and similar metamorphosis, I think is the right word. I don't know. So from my understanding, those are
protein.
Those are about to turn into fly.
Huh. So do you charge for each potential fly?
No, that'd be great. Got to go back there today and pick up equipment, and
so how did
the guy his key back to his house. And
have you dealt with this customer before, or this homeowner?
No, I just met him about a week ago, and then they're the wife is in. They're retired. Well, she is, and he works for the University of Missouri, our flagship college, university in Missouri here. So anyway, he's flying out today. He'll be back next Friday from Phoenix, and then I guess the week after we'll look at starting to do some crawl space work.
So how did this guy find you?
Through my animal control friend. They figured out. They figured out after they heard this raccoon screeching and crying in their basement, and so they called my animal control friend. He came in, trapped one possum and 3 raccoons out of this crawl space out of the basement of this house, and then after he didn't get any more animals out, then he sealed it up, put a wire fence thing up on the crawl space opening, and all is well. And then we, I guess a possum got stuck in the wall and died.
Sweet. Health IQ rated 9.6 out of 10 on Trustpilot. Customers love them. You know Ryan Hall, the fastest marathoner in American history and the only United States athlete to break the 1 hour time for the half marathon? This is what he has to say about Health IQ. Quote, "It's perfect because it's made for people like me with a healthy, active lifestyle." Unquote. The lower heart rates that many pro athletes have can sometimes negatively affect insurance rates. Hall liked the fact that Health IQ used this active lifestyle as an asset in getting a good life insurance rate rather than it being a detriment. He commented that he appreciated how Health IQ made the process easy and simple for him, given how limited his time already was. Health IQ is the fastest growing life insurance company with over $5 billion in coverage. So, like saving money on your car insurance for being a good driver, Health IQ saves you money on your life insurance for living a health-conscious lifestyle. To see if you qualify, get your free quote today at healthiq.com/Ruel or mention the promo code RUEL when you talk to a Health IQ agent today. Speaking of animal control, how's the NSNG group?
I don't know. You tell me. I didn't appreciate being called out like that. Like, what the hell did I do? And why are you singling me out?
No,
Fuck you.
I think they went into directly. My girl's a little distraught. I think they went right into who they felt they could easy access. Yeah, I didn't like that call out either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just another day. It'll blow over.
Yeah. Well, and Mark turned it off, so that'll drop it down. And then you start trying to read into the love signs and the thumbs up and stuff like that. It's like, are they saying, are they liking it because they agree? Do they, as an admin, I do worry about that. I mean, I don't. On one hand, I don't want to piss people off and run them off, but at the same time, get over it. It's not worth. I mean, nothing positive was going to come out of that post. I mean, no matter how it was dealt with, it's not going to be. Yeah, I hate those kind of posts. Hate them with a passion.
Yeah, and in a group that big, gosh, 20,000+.
Yeah,
there's going to be more. There's going to be a majority of the folks who are just not paying attention. There's going to be just a small percentage of folks who really pay attention, who are active. And then there's going to be a chunk who are just stalkers. And that there's going to be a chunk of folks who just don't say anything until something like this comes up. And then suddenly they come out of the woodwork like, yeah, people need to be nice, but.
Well, and then there's one girl, I don't know. You don't want to say her name just in case you're putting this on your podcast and she happens to hear, but she's always stirring the shit with posts like that. And it's like, get over yourself. I hate that the few always ruin it for the many, because for every one person that feels like, oh, because you didn't put a bunch of flowery words in the sentence, you just said no. When they ask something like, is this an SNG? And you say no. Oh, you're being mean. No, I'm sorry, I didn't say. No, it's not, because if you look at this and blah, 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 they're looking for verbiage. It's like, no, guys don't talk like that. And unfortunately, guys are the most active. We're kind of 3 words and to the point, and we're done. Move on. You ask, I tell you, move on. Don't get butt hurt and get all snowflakey on me. And
Yeah.
And, because I didn't put a bunch of flowery words in it, adjectives and descriptives and, whatever. It's like, no, you ask, I told you.
Yeah. The
But that one girl, she's always stirring the pot. And every time there's a post like that, she always has to go into a long diatribe. And she got blocked earlier, and I'd like to block her again or mute her or something. Something about her just drives me insane. Great to my last freaking nerve.
Yeah. And there's those few that have that expectation that, well, we should somehow make it known up front that, there's going to be, stuff that's going to be mentioned and said and communicated that some folks will be sensitive to. But like I was trying to get across, in a group that big, it's going to be all over the spectrum, and there's no way that you can admin things one way and not, it's just going to have to fly the way it is.
Right. And you can't police everybody, and you can't be the thought police either.
And the groups has as much interest and success as it has because it makes the boring topic of diet and weight loss fun. Makes you want to stick around.
Yeah, for every one person that cries, oh, you hurt my feelings, there's always about 10 people that no, don't change. That's what makes me tune into this. Just one day this week, somebody's like, yeah, because of this group, this is the only reason why I'm even on Facebook anymore. And
yeah,
so like, oh, sorry if you're a sensitive type.
I think I've posted comments, responses. I haven't posted a lot, but the most recent few, I think one of them had to do with, if you can't handle it, basically, and if you're going to be one who constantly reports stuff to the admin, then maybe this just isn't your group.
Right. I totally agree.
And if this recent thread had to do with was the thread that I commented that, then I'm trying to tie in my comment today about, comedy and blessing and curse, yada yada. And then the guy, whatever his name was, he said, well, if that had been your comment, then we would have, or she would have understood, and then we would have just kind of been done with. But then again, it's like, do you really need an admin? Do you need somebody to protect your post, your comment, your thread? I mean, you need to come into it knowing that this is just like the real world. If you come into one big crowded room for a period of time, you're going to start to pick up on the things that you like and the things that you hate and the drama and the stuff that you don't care for. It's the same thing. Now, if we were like a 5-person group, everyone's kind of gonna get a good feel for each other, but then not when it's 20,000+. It's a big black hole.
Remember back in the day when it was like everybody was a listener of the podcast?
Oh yeah.
And we remember, we always had all kinds of jokes running about whatever that silly that they said on. That was back when it was Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Anna or Vinny or somebody would say something, and then somebody would chime in first thing in the morning, and then that would be a whole thread, 500 people commenting on, and everybody got it, and everybody laughed, and everybody understood, and
not anymore. Not anymore.
No, not anymore. It's like, I swear, I know the numbers that Vinny gets in a month, and it's like, I don't think they're in your group, because I swear half of them have never heard of a podcast.
It's all of the other listeners from the other podcast that he hops onto, right? Before it was just his podcast, and then maybe he'll hop onto
Rich and Jimmy and
who's the guy?
A few others.
The bare chested guy.
I don't know. Abel James.
Yeah, like he'll hop on to a few podcasts, and then he'll get some of their listeners hop onto the group. But then, yeah, like there's a lot with all of the Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, and all the other stuff that's all around that. Then the speaking and all that other stuff. There's folks who are in the group who aren't original.
But you know what gets me that I can't figure out, and if you want to edit this, I will pause.
Edit what?
Okay. What gets me is ever since he's been on Carolla, I mean, there's been a huge influx of people, right? Well, Carolla's not pristine and whatever. He's a comedian. There's some foul language. There's some adult humor in that thing. But ever since he's been on the Adam Carolla show, the reporting of offensive posts that are like a banana, like whatever it is, has skyrocketed since everybody's been coming over from the Carolla group. And that's what I can't figure out. You'd think that Jimmy Moore's that, he keeps it clean and I mean, he HE double hockey sticks, he won't, you know what I mean? The crowd that came over, that's how I found him. I was listening to Jimmy Moore. And, that crowd, you would think they would be the most sensitive type. But no, the Carolla people, they're the ones that just, if they don't like a meme or a picture or something that somebody posts, then they're again, I'm going to report that. Okay, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
So if you want to unpause this, I'll be quiet.
No, okay. I'm good. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I think folks that listen to Vinny's podcast, they'll join the group. They're going to want to know, what it takes to get into the lifestyle, or how to, what kind of support group they can get with what kind of support they can get in the group. Now, listeners of Adam Carolla, if there's a Facebook group there, it's not going to be a support group the way this group has, provides. And it may be, the Adam Carolla groups, on Facebook, they're not the kinds that, intermingle something as boring as diet and weight loss with, the dick pics and the anus pics, right? So it's like,
right.
It throws people off. Like, wait a minute, I'm here to talk about things that are very sensitive to me and my self-image and how I want to get healthy. And then suddenly there's this big butthole on the screen, and there's this food that's made to look like a vagina. I don't get it. I'm mad.
You're right. I'm mad. I want the whole group to change to my will. Well, fuck you.
It may be one of those things where it was mentioned in the thread, like, if heads up, people, and Vinny and Anna and everyone else can let their friends know too, that there's this wonderful group that's a resource that keeps each other somewhat accountable, but in a weird way. And if you have any thought of sharing this group with your loved ones, just know that you're going to see like giraffes having sex and just weird stuff. And then there's gonna be a lot of really helpful stuff that you can walk away with and take you the rest of your life, like how to wrap broccoli in bacon, and and how to do zone 2 training, and what's fat adapted, what's ketosis. But then every now and then you're going to find lions getting it on. You're going to find sex toy links to something or other. And you're going to have blunt people.
I don't get it.
Super sensitive people. I mean, like I said,
you can also tell. Go ahead. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. You can also tell the people that have never been in any kind of low carb, high fat, or whatever you want to call it group, whenever they say, let's WOE? What's NSV? What's whatever? I get the LIL. That's exclusive to Vinny and his podcast, but yeah, it's kind of like, man, okay, be nice to this person because they've never been in a low carb group in any form. If they're asking what WOE is,
the
that's universal in any diet group. It's just my way of eating.
Yeah, WOE, NSV, all that stuff. The AF. I'm like, yeah,
What's NSNGAF? Somebody being polite because the sensitive folks might not like hearing as fuck.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like
what's really funny is the people that would be they would be appalled if they, the sensitive types, if they knew what that put life into the living and do it with enthusiasm, where it even came from. Like episode 7 or 8 talking about the enthusiasm, difference of a good blowjob is enthusiasm.
That was pretty brilliant, how that came up.
But now they're throwing, they'll get mad about, a sex topic or some blue humor, but yet they'll say, oh, but I LIL all weekend. What, should I fast? It's like, yeah, if you only knew that was actually kind of a blowjob reference, then they would be embarrassed. I'm sure. Well,
yeah, I forgot about that.
What's your plans this weekend?
Family stuff.
Sounds like survival.
Yeah, family stuff. I have the tedious tax prep stuff that I got to get through. There's probably some. Let's see. Got to take a kid to an appointment. I got to drop him off somewhere. One kid, the other's still recovering, and the other, he's probably going to want to get into like computers or an iPad or something, and we're going to have to, which is normal. We're going to have to take a break, stop staring at a screen.
Go tie yourself to a tire and run around the yard.
Yeah, I love it. That one's good.
You need to run them down the street. Run them down the street tied to a tire. That'll make great conversation in the neighborhood.
The neighbors love it. At least the ones that have seen it. They're like, wow, look at that.
Yeah, they're probably like, wow, I've heard of a leash. I've never heard of, and I've heard of ball and chain, but I've never heard of tying a kid to a tire. Guess that's one way to keep tabs on them.
Yeah, there are days like it's been raining, and it's weird weather. It's really sunny, but it's been raining. Where the kids, they're stuck indoors all day, and whenever there's a break, they can stand to benefit from getting some fresh air and running around. And sometimes there isn't anything interesting to do, so strapping a harness around their waist and having them pull a tire can get, I guess, the best bang for their buck.
So did you get like one of those dog harness things and get one for the size of a pit bull to strap to your kids?
I have an old belt, kind of a weightlifting belt that I used to support my back when I had a lot of back injury.
Back when you were big and muscular.
Yeah, that AKA fat and inflamed, which explained why the back gave me so much problems. But I had that for a while and didn't do anything with it. Just didn't need it. And changed some tires one day and realized I needed something that I needed for training equipment, primarily for, I needed some sort of dummy to hit my rattan sticks with. Did that one time, and I realized how much noise it was creating in the backyard. So I figured I could just use the tire for something else, and that something else was a tire pull.
Yeah. So when you're swinging these sticks around, do you go wah wah?
No, just no.
Just no.
But the neighbor kids, the house behind ours, they come out. They're like, "What's that racket?" and they're interested to know what's going on. That's natural. Kids want to know what the heck's going on, and I doubt their parents would allow them to get into that kind of stuff.
Stay away from those Abadans. We don't know what they do.
Speaking of martial arts, I sent you that link for Cobra Kai. It's a YouTube.
I don't even know what that is.
YouTube Red, I think is what it's called. They're going to have a series, which is basically is dubbed as continuing the saga of the Karate Kid. Right?
Oh,
you can check it out. It's, you don't have to have cable or anything, but it's online.
Is this the one I just heard somebody talking about? They're coming out with the grown-up version of Karate Kid, where like that Daniel Russo is a car dealer, and the Johnny, the blonde-haired guy, is like a down and out person. They kind of come back together. Is that the name of that movie?
That's it. Yeah, the down and out guy, the Cobra Kai guy. I forget his name. Johnny is all I remember. Yeah,
and then they start a new dojo thing together, right?
No. What happens is so Daniel appears to be, he's got his stuff together. He's a car sales guy, right? And fate has put him in a spot where he's gotten successful, and Johnny's down on his luck, and he's being made fun of by Daniel and his coworkers. And this guy's just kind of down on his luck, and then he ends up beating up some teenagers who were acting up on him, and at the same time saved a kid from being bullied. And it kind of does a twist on the whole, can you teach me what was that? Was that karate? And so Johnny's like, I'm not going to be your teacher. I'm going to be your sensei. And then he goes on this thing where he starts up the Cobra Kai again. He opens up a school, and he's got a whole band of kids that he's going to help stop from being, helpless and victimized by bullies and whatnot. And Daniel LaRusso is like, what are you doing? I can't allow this to happen. Yeah, I can't allow Cobra Kai to come back up and grow. I thought it was over with, but then you kind of look at the other side. It's kind of cool.
Every guy our age, every time we wax the car, we're always thinking wax on, wax off.
There's a clip on one of the trailers where the young kid who is being taught by Johnny, he's cleaning like Johnny's car or window, right? And he says, "Hey, do you need me to clean this window a certain way?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't give a shit." So it's nice. It's nice to see, especially this day and age, right, where there's just so much hypersensitive people and kumbaya stuff going on. Every now and then you need to have balance. You need to have like the sensitive side, but you also need to I don't give a crap side. I'm just gonna go out and knock your head off. You need to have both ends, and this takes the story to another angle. I like it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll probably end up seeing it, but don't tell Vinny and Anna. Well, especially Anna. But I have like one of those side-loaded, jailbroken Fire Stick things. I love that thing.
Oh, sweet.
You know what those are, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, I say don't tell Anna because she's in the, she's on the fringes of TV and movie stuff. But yeah, I watch whatever movies at the theater. I can watch it in my living room right now, and it's not some jackass holding his iPhone. It's not bumpy. It's like the movie. And give it a week. If it comes out today, I can watch it next Friday, and don't have to spend $100 for my family to go in and sit there. And if I don't like it, it's next.
Nice.
But that Fire Stick is not good for binging. If you want to like Netflix, if you just want to watch whatever show, you got to go in and punch and type in, spell it out on a keyboard, and you got to punch in like Night Court. I love that show, Night Court. If I loved it. I don't know if you caught it when we were younger or not, but I love that show.
Yeah.
And I punch it in. Yep, I punch it in. I can watch all of them, but it will not just go from one to the other to the next to the next. I got to go back in, type in Night Court, search, blah, 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 remember where I was, scroll down at season 1, episode 5. And, it's like, I'll just do that if I want to watch a show. But I don't watch TV shows like that. But any movie, it's out there. And I have it on my Fire Stick. Paid one fee. As long as I got Wi-Fi, I got every movie out there. And the cool thing is, I did check it out, not for my own enjoyment, but as a diligent parent, you got to do some other stuff to get porn on there. So if you get one, your kids won't be able to just punch in anything and get who knows what. But so we just let the girls watch their movies, and nice. We only have one. 4 TVs. We have one of those, but and it's in the living room, so they're not going to watch something too crazy, and they're not into that gory crap anyway. So, and you can't get the porn. So, and me and my IT skills, I don't trust nobody. So I'm not going to go watch some YouTube video that punch in this website and go here and do that. I'm like, no, you're going to somehow hack into my whole system and turn on a camera or something on my TV that I don't even know about or something. Or, it's like, no, I don't need spam, or I don't need to be hacked or nothing else. So it's like, no, I'm not even going to go try to find the porn. I don't, hell, I got an iPhone if I need to see porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you jailbreak the Fire Stick yourself?
Nah, I just paid someone to do it. It's cheap, $65.
Yeah.
I think they charged me $15 to do it. I think it cost $45 to buy the thing, and I gave a guy $65 cash. So no questions. Don't ask me. I don't know actually who I even got this from.
Yeah.
But I can get you one if you want it.
Yeah, sure. If you want to give me one, I'll take one. I'm looking at a website that gives instructions and pictures on how to jailbreak a Fire Stick. I love that. I love this goofing off with this type of stuff. Seeing if
you being the guy that you are, just go buy you a Fire Stick. I mean, they're like $40 or something, and
yeah, go to the website and click through.
Yeah. Have your wife do it on through your thing, or use her account.
It'd just be neat to have, and I don't need it because we do have, services anyways. And even if we didn't have Netflix or Hulu or the Amazon service that allows us to watch some Prime programming, I can't watch everything.
Right.
Sometimes
we still have cable, but I don't even turn it on. Like, my family's leaving town. Well, they're on the road now, heading to Mississippi for spring break. I won't even turn the TV on. They'll be home Wednesday. I won't even turn the TV on. Maybe Sunday morning I tend to turn it on, kind of watch the news and catch up on the week. But after 30 minutes, I've seen it. I don't need to have some talking head tell me what to think. I'm going to, base my own decisions on what I see. And if I want to look deeper, then I can. But, I don't get off on North Korea and ISIS and, all the tax crap that they're talking about. It's like, I know about it. I mean, hell, I'm on Facebook. My mom is amazed. She's only 61, so she's not ancient. But she's like, how do you know what's going on if you don't watch the news? I'm like, Facebook? Well, you can't trust that. I'm like, well, no, I chime into some national news, and I do chime into my local news, and I know about the Austin bomber. I know what he looks like. I knew about the school shootings.
I'll
I know about. I mean, I don't know details about nothing, because what am I? At the end of the day, my point of view is, what am I going to do? Get all worried and go crazy and cry and get silly and stupid? I mean, what am I going to do? I can't fix it. I can't prevent it. I can't do nothing about it. So fuck it, man. Hey, it sucks.
Yeah, and there was I guess your folks or grandparents or whoever, there's an older generation that relied on the news for whatever reason, so much.
Yeah, 6 o'clock news.
And now times have changed. You can just get on any old web headline site and you'd be able to skim through and grasp that what's going on. You can hit the AM station for news. They're going to do all the highlights for you anyways. They're going to break down your local weather and sports and then the national stuff and the international stuff. And all you need is a little bit of something, and then you can go to your next cocktail party and get in with the conversation.
Yeah. And if it's important enough, you can delve deeper. But yeah, that's not me. Whenever I'm at home, I'm at home. In fact, I have a house cleaner that comes in every Friday. I'm in the house cleaning business. I don't even clean my own shit.
You clean other people's dead animal shit, and yeah.
Right. Yeah, I pay someone to come in and scrub my toilets and sweep mop my floors and wipe down my countertops and dust the knick-knack figurine things that we have around. And you know what? I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to tell my wife 100 times, yeah, I'll do it. Although, you know what I did one time? And this is no lie, and the last time my wife let me dust anything. So, yeah. So it's Saturday. She was gone all day. So I go to the shop. I come up with the brainiac idea. I go to my shop. I get my HEPA air scrubbers. I actually hook up the house under negative pressure, and I grab a battery-powered leaf blower, and I'm walking through, and I'm taking a leaf blower, and I'm literally blowing those ceilings and the ceiling fans and the light fixtures and putting dust in the air, knowing that the airborne particulate's going to get filtered out, blow right outside the window. And where she really thought I lost my mind is when she walked in. I had the leaf blower shoved up underneath my refrigerator, blowing all the crud out of there, and it was making one hellacious big dust mess. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "What? I'm dusty." She's like, "What are you doing?
That's awesome.
You got all this machinery in this house." It only took me an hour to set it up. I would have been done if I would have just hand wiped everything. I would have been done, but I was like, no, I want to get the dust from behind the crown molding, and I want to get the dust on it. We have heavy texture on our walls. Like, I want to get all the crud out of this. And then I was like, oh, now I got the refrigerator to do. And then that's when she flipped out. She's like, "You were just insane." I'm like, "Well, you said you wanted the house dusted. This is how I dust it." One time I was cleaning my ducts. I don't do it anymore, but I used to clean my ducts about every 3 months. Supposed to have, just FYI, you're supposed to have your ducts cleaned every 2 to 5 years. But anyway, I used to clean mine every 6 months. So we're down in the basement. It's unfinished, and kind of looking up, seeing some dust and cobwebs, and I take my air whip and I just start shoving it into any nook and cranny and making a big old mess on the floor. And I'm looking up and I'm watching what I'm doing. I'm knocking the shit loose and it's flying and it's falling. I knew I had to sweep the floor, and didn't even pay any attention to the clean laundry that was sitting in like 3 baskets that we hadn't brought up yet. Just sitting down there. Have all this dust just flying out, and I look down at the clean laundry. I'm like, son of a bitch, that was stupid. But I don't have dust in my house. I'm actually very anal and just not OCD, but it needs to be clean, it needs to be organized, it needs to be straightened. I can't stand dust and clutter and filth and crap everywhere. So yeah, there's 2 stories for you, how I dust in my house and why I can't ever do it again. My wife says, "Never again will you dust in my house."
Awesome. Let's make that the last note, because I got to hop on a meeting. But
sure.
But when your friend comes back from Arizona, he needs to write you a Google review, a Yelp review, and a Facebook review.
I already planted the seed for him.
Awesome.
Hey, Ruel, have a good weekend.
Hey, man, it's good catching up, and I'll catch you online.
All right, we'll see you.
All right,
Bye.
man. Bye-bye. Yep, and that is a wrap. Thanks, Lonnie, for hopping on the horn, the Zoom horn. I love using Zoom for the conference meeting or call. The quality is way better than when I was using the Skype call recorder. But maybe I'm also situated in a place where internet connection is way better as well. So who knows? But it's working. Thanks, Lonnie. And you guys say thank you to Lonnie as well. Thank you, Lonnie. And once again, Lonnie is out of Jefferson City, Missouri. He can be found at restoreitrestoration.com. Check him out. Say hello. Tell him how much you enjoyed listening to him. And if you ever have any questions about indoor quality, indoor environment quality, he's your guy who you can hit up, and he will school you on what you need to do and what you need to know, and probably who you need to see to get your particular indoor environment issue resolved. Ask Rebecca. She'll tell you. Lonnie can give you that recommendation. Just hide your books. Yep, that's it, guys. Remember, check out the website, ruelsrunning.com. You can support the show once again by checking out our sponsor. Sponsor for this episode is healthiq.com. Go to healthiq.com/Ruel. Also, you can help the show out without costing you an extra dime by going through our Amazon affiliate or our Amazon associate link. That's at the website as well, ruelsrunning.com. Scroll down off to the right-hand side, look for the Amazon banner, click it, bookmark it, do your Amazon shopping. I could use a new pair of Ultra Lone Peaks 3.0s or 3.5s. If anybody is interested in getting me a pair, and we'll just say that you're sponsoring the episodes and give you shout outs and kudos and whatnot. I am not a big individual. I'm only a size 9, so there you go. And I am a man, so I will take the men's version. Thank you very much. I'm such an ass. But seriously, it's the Ultra Lone Peak 3.0 men's size 9. Thank you very much. And remember, folks, there are many more episodes. I can't believe this episode 200 has come to a close. Just another episode, I suppose. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah, folks, thanks for all the folks who stuck around and followed the show intermittently, because I would feel very sorry for you if you listened to this podcast religiously, since there are quality shows out there that you should be listening to. But, every now and then stop by and, do a marathon session of listening to this stupid podcast. Yeah. All right, good folks. Enjoy. Have a great day. Catch you on the next episode. Remember, hug your family, hug your friends, eat something delicious, and go run something. Bye.
Yeah. So when you're swinging these sticks around, do you go, wah, wah?
No. Just no. No.
Thanks for listening to Ruel's Running Podcast with Ruel. If you like what you just heard, share it with your friends and your enemies. Also, be sure to check out the site over at ruelsrunning.com. This has been another Coffee with Heavy Cream production. Join us next time for another silly show of Ruel's Running Podcast.